Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Call it a 3-yard gain. And it'll be 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Number 33, carry on.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 3rd and
from the gun on 3rd down, Stafford gets it quickly to Galladay.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing is Stafford. In the air, and now it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Wells. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete. And 2nd down. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wells. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Shreds the tackle.
Nice.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start with a handoff to Johnson, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Switzer, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam there. That looks like like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
A gain of 18 on the
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wells. And get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Wells. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
yards to go.
He's got his man, Boyd.
Wells.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Wells. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He's tackled
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Davis. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Switzer on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Stafford able to find Hawkinson for a Lion 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Switzer. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
To Ryan Switzer. It's a pickup of 3.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
37-yard line.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He's got a 1st down inside midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
brings up second.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 4. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And he's and it's Washington. How did they do?
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Airing one out for Boyd. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. To throw on 3rd down, Wells wins the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down, Washington.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Washington.
Washington.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Complete to DeAndre.
They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat on the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the
Big
passing
emphasis.
game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
T.J. Hawkinson.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. For a Lion. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To Switzer over the middle. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second
and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and 2, Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Prater's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Lions 6.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wells looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Wells. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Lions 6.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as this looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
And 4 at the 21-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Wells. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
Complete to
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
On 3rd and 2, Wells, slant pass to Bullard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wells throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Wells pass.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Wells. And he finds McLaurin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to number 7.
Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6.
From the 29, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for T.J. Hawkins.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Taken about the 16. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half and good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And 6 yards.
From the gun, Wells. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Fielded just inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Davis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Back now at Ford Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They'll run with Love. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on second down. Wells. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Wells.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks love the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. They'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
41-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found the seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They begin with a run by Davis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the...
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Davis lost it. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And another tackle broken. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. It's Davis on the counter. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Washington on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Wells. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Open man is Switzer, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and
They'll
8.
come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stafford on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
42-yard line.
The 1st down carry for Davis. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Again, it's Davis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Gibson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
To throw on 3rd down. Wells, back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
For Jonnu Smith.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 45. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a long.